Tired of not being able to score dates? It might be because you're giving your woman a little too much attention. It's not as far-fetched as it sounds. Having good looks and being rich isn't the key to attracting women. Many handsome men don't even get a chance to have a lasting impression. The ability to ignore women is an attractive quality like no other. It drives them crazy. And why is that? It's because women crave attention. But it's not that easy. There's a psychology behind why and how to correctly ignore women, and we're here to help you understand that. Here are eye-opening reasons why high-value men ignore women. Number 10. Free attention. When a woman picks up her phone, she's always bombarded with messages from low-value men begging for her attention. But a high-value man doesn't give her attention for free. There's a spark of connection that really matters in these situations, and a high-value man may introduce himself to ignite that spark. But that's where the free attention stops. He's put himself out there, but at the same time, he makes sure that he doesn't treat her better than he would treat anyone else. If a woman is getting smothered with attention by other men, she's bound to think to herself, why this specific man isn't on the same page? This helps set apart a high-value man from the rest of the group in a woman's eyes, and that's crazy attractive. This also means that a high-value man values his time and focuses on his goals instead of sitting around idly giving free attention to women. Maybe toning down on the hours spent chatting with women can go a long way. Number 9. Busy with their purpose. High-value men are absolutely determined to do everything to achieve their ambitions. The way a high-value man lays down his goals and works towards tackling the obstacles and overcoming them is extremely attractive to women. He gives it his all to live a life he can be proud of instead of waiting for luck to strike him. This drive to just make things happen drives women crazy. It gives off this sense of direction and idea that a high-value man has it all figured out. And coupled with this is the fact that having something to work towards also plays really well into proving that a high-value man has a life of his own. This means that even outside the time he spends with women, he's productive and inclined to achieve his dreams. Whether it's going to the gym, hustling on the side, or a hobby, high-value men have things that keep them busy. All of this goes to show that high-value men don't need women to fill a void in their life, because they've got other things going for them too. Number 8. Being bold. A lot of men tend to overthink and lead themselves down a path of awkwardness and shyness. Changing that will do a lot of good. A high-value man is bold in his advances and isn't scared to approach women. This tremendously boosts his confidence and is a very good way to learn how to start and keep conversations going. Being shy and silent is the trait of a low-value man, and before learning how to effectively ignore a woman, you need to be able to go up to her in a manly manner. So next time, instead of waiting around and going through everything in your head to the point that it doesn't make sense, hold your head high and be bold. You might surprise yourself. A high-value man doesn't just accept whatever life throws his way. He takes what he wants. Number 7. Know how to be alone. Jumping from one relationship to the next is something really common for people nowadays. It's that constant need of affection, or just having someone as a partner to avoid the fear of being alone. A high-value man takes his time coming out of a relationship and going into the next one when the time is right. He makes sure he doesn't just settle for whatever is coming his way, but instead waits for the highest caliber woman that he likes and then makes a move. During the time in between relationships, a high-value man makes the most of it and puts his mind to understanding what it is that he really wants. Setting himself clear goals and understanding his needs is what sets him apart from the others. And that's what gives off confidence and draws women in. Number 6. Lay back on the fights. Arguments are a central part of any relationship, but that doesn't mean that they're always meaningful. Sometimes it's impulsive outbursts or just pointless banter that doesn't need to be entertained, and a high-value man chooses his arguments carefully. If you feel like she's fighting with you on baseless ground and just beating around the bush, then it's time to ignore her. Engaging in meaningless arguments is on par with a low-value man. This drives home the point that getting heated during arguments isn't going to win them. And a high-value man knows when to ignore the situation till everything cools down. A high-value man doesn't engage in pointless debates. This way, if a woman is in the wrong, It's easier for her to take responsibility for her actions. Number 5. Be direct. Taking things slow is one thing, and settling for being just a friend when you clearly have feelings for her is another thing. High-value men are direct and straightforward in their approach to get what they want. They could take the time getting closer to a woman, and if they like her, they'll make a move and be outright about it. And on the other hand, if a woman is playing games with them, they simply choose to ignore her. A high-value man doesn't waste time beating around the bush because it's a waste of time, and time is money. Many men settle for being friends and text a woman about everything and send her emojis, for which a high-value man has no room for. He is bold, focused, and always direct. This is very attractive to females, as they know that a high-value man knows what he wants. Number 4. Don't change your goals. Having ambitions and things to work towards is definitive of a high-value man. These aren't things that can be changed so easily. So why should they change if a woman enters your life? High-value men have a life of their own, and they don't go around canceling important commitments just to accommodate a woman. Restructuring your goals to meet the needs of you and your partner is one thing, but to completely change your goals is another. Nobody likes a man with no aim in life. A high-value man sets himself new standards and asks himself where he'll see himself in the next few years. That question allows a man to think bigger and make very good use of his time. It may be tempting to set aside plans for an attractive woman, but high-value men have their priorities set straight. This shows that high-value men have their own lives and are not desperate for a woman's attention. Number 3. Having the right mindset. A high-value man never underestimates his worth and also understands that he's attractive to women. He doesn't perceive women as creatures who are out of this world or superior because of their mindset. The ability to remain entirely calm and carefree around women is a quality of a high-value man, and this is extremely attractive to women. Most men get jittery and nervous around attractive women because they lack the mindset of a high-value man. And if you're struggling with this, try to develop a growth mindset instead of a fixed mindset. It's going to help a lot in your journey. Number 2. Having high standards. A high-value man understands the importance of not settling and instead waits for the right woman at the right time. This is extremely important, as a partner is your right-hand person and is going to walk through every phase of life with you. So having someone along for the ride who shares the same interests, goals, and mindset is something that a high-value man is careful about. High-value men know what they want in a partner, and this means that they won't waste their time with women who don't meet their standards or just aren't looking for a relationship. Setting high standards also goes to show that a high-value man is confident in himself, and this quality is incredibly appealing to women who like a man who knows his worth. Don't settle for anything less than what you deserve, because a partner is a commitment, and it's better to have someone who's willing to help you in your pursuits, rather than someone who will just waste your time. Number 1. Know the value of your time. Time is one of the most important assets for a high-value man, and he understands that. He doesn't indulge in women who aren't worth his time because he realizes that time spent with her is meaningless and the relationship will go to nothing. A high-value man is always looking to invest in a woman who is willing to add meaning to his life, and time spent with her is time well spent. This means that they're selective about the people they spend time with and date. A quality of a high-value man is to avoid pointless conversations with people who aren't going to bring anything of value to the table. This goes to show that he values his time, which means that he has a goal to work towards and dreams to achieve instead of wasting time. A high-value man doesn't just settle for someone to fill the void or pass time. And this attitude is very attractive to women who like a man with a clear direction in life and ambitions to work hard towards. This portrays high-value men as men who know what they want and aren't afraid to chase after it. After all is said and done, a high-value man is really just someone who values his time, is confident and bold, and has goals to work towards. So get up and start hustling. It's never too late. What do you think we missed out on our list? Let us know in the comments below. See you in the next one.